There are a lot more GC topics that we could look at. If you look more at the demo code, you'll find there's generational collection demonstrations. Generational collection is based on the idea that programs tend to allocate objects and then stop using those objects pretty quickly, and only a few of the objects last a long time in the program. So when you have a setting like that, the ones that are lasting a long time, you shouldn't keep looking at. If they've lasted a while, they're likely to keep lasting a while. So generational collection breaks up the allocated objects into generations, right? The newly allocated things versus the things that have already been around for a while. And that provides really substantial improvements. All practical allocators these days, garbage collectors these days, are generational collectors. Compacting collection is a generalization of what we saw for the two-space collector. Two-space collectors are one way to compact objects to get better locality, but there are other strategies like just shifting them all down and only doing that when there's enough fragmentation in between. So quite a lot of garbage collectors are compacting collectors without being fully copying collectors. And then hybrid schemes mean using copying versus compacting for different kinds of objects, especially different generations. So a very popular hybrid scheme is to use a copying collector for the nursery, that is the youngest generation, but after things have been around for a while, to not copy them so much, have the old generation just compact when you need to get rid of fragmentation in the old generation. Finally, there's the notion of incremental collection. Garbage collection, as we've demonstrated so far, has the property that the program runs for a while and then it has to pause for some time while it performs garbage collection, and then once that's done, the program gets to keep running again. That's bad for things like games or videos where there's a real-time constraint. It needs to keep running and it needs to run smoothly. Incremental collection can solve that problem by every time it allocates, do a little bit of the work towards garbage collection, or if not every time it allocates, periodically do a little bit of deallocation work at the same time it allocates work. Just fuse those two processes together so that you never end up with the big pause to perform garbage collection. A lot of little work has been done already to make that garbage collection happen. You can find papers, you can find blog posts, you can find all sorts of information if you're interested on these topics.